Mudryk has passed a polygraph test in Ukraine. Mudryk has become the forgotten man at Chelsea Football Club. He's not played for Chelsea in nearly 5-6 months now. And it's because he was tested for drugs, banned substances were found, and we've had to wait a very peculiar, I'm going to say is the term that I would use here, a very peculiar amount of time to actually find out what is going on. I have always thought during this case, when it comes to Mudryk and why, in most sports you don't have to wait as long as we have. There is the theory, but there's a theory that Chelsea Football Club wouldn't want to say anything about it. Is the bloke genuinely innocent, and this is going to end up being one of those scandalous stories that tarnishes football and tarnishes that region of the world potentially? I've just always thought, why Mudryk? Why this specific case?
We finally have some sort of update on the Mykhailo Mudryk situation, and we've not seen him for months. We've heard nothing, and finally something. Apparently, he's passed a lie detector test as he bids to clear his name. He's been doing a lot. He's been doing all these kind of things to say, look, this is nothing to do with me. All these reasons I was banned from football, nothing to do with me. Now, this could be massive for Shakhtar. They could lose out on 30 million euros, which we've not actually paid them yet, which would be great for Chelsea. Like, if he never plays for us again and we don't have to pay that money, brilliant. And obviously 25 million of 70 million has already been donated to Ukraine's war effort. So Shakhtar could get really stiffed over in this if it is proven that he can't ever play for Chelsea again. But what is going on? Like, why is it taking this long? The first news we had about him being banned was on the 17th of December. It's April. It's been over 4 months now since he was banned from football, and we've heard nothing about this B sample. This A sample that said apparently he had some sort of performance enhancing drug in his system that you obviously can't have to play football, which is why he's provisionally banned. 4 months later, we've not had apparently the B sample yet, which would confirm or deny whether that's true or not. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. I think there's something going on here behind the scenes, which is obviously a bit dodge and isn't right. But like, what is going on? He's commenting like sad faces on Chelsea posts. He's doing lie detector tests to prove he's innocent. Like, he obviously is very confident this hasn't happened. So why do we have no info?
Mudryk has finally spoken out. Look what he said. Oh, I've missed this guy so much. His pace, his dynamism. Everyone want Mudryk, right? Mykhailo Mudryk is an underrated baller. Because now he's missing. We don't have that profile on the left-hand side. But here's what he said yesterday regarding the situation and regarding everything that's happening in his personal life. He basically goes on to say he's lost people and, what's happening in Europe, in his country, and football's the only outlet for him. Obviously his job as well, where he gets paid 120k a week. But essentially he's saying because of the situation he's innocent, he feels like he's innocent, and he can't even do the thing which relieves all the stress away from what's happening in his country. So for me, Mudryk, I hear you, because we miss you too. This guy is so underrated. I'm not saying he's Messi, I'm not saying he's Vinny Jr., but his profiles what we miss, especially in the conversation where we can rotate with George or Neto or any other wingers. Chelsea missed him and we need him, let's not lie. So Mudryk, I hope you're innocent, you come back by the end of the season, but it's not looking good. But I pray he comes back soon, man, please.
Palkin said this: I've spoken to Mudryk many times since the doping issue arose. He doesn't understand how it could have happened. He has no clue. No idea at all. So, his lawyers organised for him to take a lie detector test, which he passed. It will form part of the evidence showing he didn't intentionally do anything wrong. But that's by the by, isn't it? Because it doesn't matter if you intentionally or unintentionally did it. It's if you've been sabotaged or your test is broken. Mudryk has been clear. It's not his fault that he tested positive. We now need to find out how this happened and who did this. Who did this? Oh, his lawyers are trying to find out. So there it is. Sabotage, as the Beastie Boys would shout. Who did this? Who did this? He's suggesting some serious dramatic sugar going on here. Wow. There are still no results from the B sample. And that remains open.
There's finally an update on the Mykhailo Mudryk doping situation, and it's all a bit weird. Now, there's this long quote behind me from the chief executive of Shakhtar. I'll summarise it for you pretty quickly. Essentially, he did the A sample. He failed. So it was confirmed he took an illegal substance. They were then waiting for the B sample to confirm this. It usually takes about 10 days to 2 weeks or something like that. Anyway, this happened back in December. So it's been nearly 5 months, so nearly half a year or half a season. Somehow, as you can see here, there are still no results for the B sample. How? So basically, Mudryk's lawyers are going, right, well, if we can prove that you didn't mean to do it, then surely we can just hurry this whole thing up. So he's done a lie detector test, and he's passed it. He's clearly not lying, and I think this is quite obvious. I think a lot of Chelsea fans also thought he wasn't actually lying about this whole thing. I was hearing back in December times that the minimum he'd get off football would be 2 years. He'd have a 2-year ban at a minimum. Obviously, this decapitates your CV. I don't know why I've used the word decapitate, but you know what I mean. That obviously isn't very attractive for clubs, so it would have been a really bad thing for his career. But people who are knowledgeable within the scene said it was going to be about 4 years. And we're looking at this thinking, we've seen this type of thing before. It's going to be 4 years. This is the classic excuse everyone goes to. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong when they did. But to me, it just felt like Mudryk genuinely didn't have a Scoobies. And the drug he took wasn't exactly like a dreadful one. Now, he's already been provisionally banned for 5 months or whatever it's been. So I think what his lawyer's going to try and do is get the ban down to 1 season. He's already been banned for half of that, so he'll be playing by the start of next season sort of thing. But this is big news for Chelsea and Shakhtar. Essentially, the way Chelsea's contracts have been working is that we pay it off over a period of time, their actual fees. So like with Enzo Fernandez, we were signing for 100 odd million. We're actually paying like 10 million a year for the entirety of his contract. This was the same for Mudryk. And unless we won both the Champions League and the Premier League, then his fee would have gone up to 80 million. But right now, it's like mid-60s, I'm pretty sure. And we're paying off 10 million a year. Which means that if he does get banned, he's voided, right? This whole transfer's done. That means Shakhtar won't get paid 30 million for him. So Shakhtar will lose out on 30 million. 25 million going to the victims of war in Ukraine. Like, this is like it's obviously a lot of money, but there's so many more aspects to this that are making people want him to not get banned rather than getting banned. And like the way he's just acted up throughout the whole thing, to me, it just doesn't seem like he's had any sort of clue about anything that he's done wrong. And this has just come out of the blue. I do feel really, really sorry for the bloke. And I just hope, not only for a Chelsea fan, but for the sake of him, that this all gets sorted out.
Guys, Charlie here, bringing you the latest update on the Mykhailo Mudryk situation. Now, I've not heard anything about Mudryk for quite a while now. Had his A sample tested positive in December. That sample was back from October international break. We've had very, very little on the situation. And now we've had an update. Ben Jacobs with the exclusive. Shakhtar, the next CEO, Sergei Palkin, has said that Mykhailo Mudryk's passed a lie detector name. He maintains his innocence. And the wait goes on. He said there's still no results on the B sample and something's not adding up here. Something is not making sense. How, from the original test in all the way back in October, do we still not have a B sample result? Something's not adding up here. We're in the dark. We've heard more from the Shakhtar CEO than we have from Chelsea. Guys, what's going on here? You know, I feel like there's something big going on here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Has Mudryk been done dirty, or what's going on? Let me know, people.
Chelsea fans, we have news regarding Mykhailo Mudryk and his name being cleared. For Chelsea fans, the name Mykhailo Mudryk sounds like a name of the past. Mykhailo Mudryk hasn't played for like 4 to 5 months, and today he's passed a lie detector test that clears his name, Shakhtar COO claims. And to be honest, I don't know where that makes him stand. I mean, he's passed a lie detector test, but he still took drugs, or he claims he didn't. I don't know. Chelsea fans, it's a bit confusing, but Shakhtar Donetsk would lose about 30 million euros if he doesn't play for Chelsea again. And to be honest, it's looking likely. Make sure to follow if you like the daily football content. But honestly, Chelsea fans, what do you think is going to happen with this situation? Because I feel like he still has a place in this Chelsea team. That left-hand side is still looking like there could be improvements there. And maybe that's Mudryk, maybe it's not. But honestly, Chelsea fans, let me know what you think in the comments.